and welcome to my channel Deep Astro Universe. Today I'll be talking about the last four lagnas. How will be your April 2024? So before I begin, I would like to convey a very small message that anyone who would like to take the paid consultation, you can just simply contact me through my WhatsApp number, and the forms are available too. Along with that, we our services provide a lot of products related to astrology. Now I will begin with Sagittarius Lagna for you. Jupiter is currently transiting in your fifth house in the Aries sign, which is a very beautiful placement for the Lagna Lord, and because it's aspecting your ninth, 11th, and first house. So somewhere a lot of travels are coming your way, a lot of dharmic activities and even pilgrimages, higher education. All these luck is favoring you. If you want, you can even increase your social network. Even you can get a lot of gains and opportunities in your career. Even your siblings are doing good in this time frame. Even your wisdom and intelligence is increasing, because of which you are able to take right decision in your life. So for you people, Sagittarius Lagna, this is a very beautiful time going on currently, and April looks really favorable, especially when the Sun from 13th April will get conjunct with Jupiter. Sun will be in Pisces sign till 12th April, where it will be in the fourth house, being the Lord of your ninth house. It will be in the fourth house, which is a very beautiful placement. I would say it's going 8 places away, so some kind of transformations happening in your home environment. Maybe you are shifting your place, that could also happen. And especially after 13th April, when it will get conjunct with Jupiter, most probably lot of good changes are going to come, because the ninth house Lord is getting conjunct in the fifth house with your first and fourth house Lord. So lot of changes for yourself, your personality, and along with that, your home environment, your comfort. You are leaving your comfort zone and going out of it. Some changes are coming in your life, and luck is also favoring. So if the Mahadasha Antardasha is of any of the planet like Sun and Jupiter, then this is exactly the most worthwhile time for you. Then coming to Mars will be conjunct with Saturn and forming a Yukta Yoga. I have already made a separate video of it, and because it's in the Aquarius sign and Saturn is more powerful, so the aggression and the impulsive behavior of Mars will somewhere be controlled by the presence of Saturn in its Mool Trikona sign in third house. And Mars being the lord of 12th house brings a lot of expenditure, a lot of travels, and even it increases anger over here. But because both the two travel houses are connected, so somewhere some kind of travel can come in your life if the Mahadasha is going on. And even because it's the lord of your fifth house also, so there's a connection that new changes are coming. You can shift to a lot of places. Even for your children, they can go far away from your home, and even you can begin something out of your intelligence in your life, and some new beginning can be there, especially for your children, and especially for you. Even in your love life, there could be a new beginning, and that beginning will come with a lot of a lot of movement, a lot of changes, a lot of shift of place, and even along with that, that can bring a certain amount of expenditure and anger to in you. And till the time it is there in, with Saturn, uh, till 23rd April, because Saturn is there in the third house, somewhere your willpower and strength is continuously increasing towards your communication daily. Whatever you are communicating, the way you are communicating, the way you are putting up your strength in your work, in your daily routine life, in professionally, either if not professionally, then towards your relationship, towards your dharma, and even for your higher education and education, your creativity and intelligence. And along with that, it is even helping you to work towards the mantra sadhana and spirituality. So most of the houses that are getting connected over here while with Saturn is towards your dharma, your mantra sadhana, your spirituality. So many of you, many of the Sagittarius people, this time they would have started doing lot of mantra sadhana, puja. Would have become lot more dharmic in this time period while Saturn is transiting in your third house. And when Mars will also be there, your aggression towards initiating something new, whether be related to your dharma, for your higher education, or something talking about any of the puja or mantra sadhana you initiate at this time, that could also foster. Then, if I talk about Mars, which will transit in your fourth house from 23rd April in the Pisces sign, that's a great moment for Mars, especially as told you after 23rd April. For those who are going through Mars Mahadasha and Antartasha, they can shift to new place because there could be a change in their home environment. Whenever a cruel planet goes into the fourth house, then there is definitely a shift of place, or a disturbance in the home life and even the comforts. So Mars here will be conjunct with Rahu, so the aggression level could increase in your life, and even there can be transfer or shift of place to different uh, state or country also. That could also be because the 12th house lord in the fourth house is getting conjunct with Rahu, so some change of place can be there, some to foreign place, travel to foreign place can be there from 23rd April, the shift in home. Okay, and Mercury being in the Aries sign on 2nd April will get retrograde, and then on 9th April it will enter Pisces sign, and again on 25th April it will get forward. So Mercury being the lord of your 7th and the 10th house will first get retrograde in the Aries sign in the 5th house. So this is a very good time for you, especially the Kendra houses are getting forming a yoga in the Trikona house. This is a Lakshmi Narayan yoga, so all those people who wanted to get wealth, money, or anything out of their intelligence, this is the best time for them. They can initiate something new, some new changes can come out of their intelligence, and even their wisdom will increase and intelligence. They can use their analytical mind for anything towards their career, or even if they wanted to get married at this time, or they even wanted to start a relationship, or for child progeny also, this is a very good time. But from 9th April, this Mercury is getting debilitated in your fourth house, and where it will even be retrograde till 25th April. So it's a tricky position whenever Mercury gets debilitated in the Pisces sign, and it's even retrograde. So it's advised, that too with Rahu, not to use your analytical mind. Instead, use your emotional quotient and even your intuition, because it's sitting in your fourth house. So some kind of miscommunication, or the way you are going to behave with your own family life, or your mother, or your own home environment, it can get disturbed because of your own communication. So it's advised not to use your analytical mind over there. And even if somebody wants to buy something for their home accessories or property, then it is advised to use your intuition, not to use your analytical mind. And after 25th April, then everything will be normal. This Mercury will get normal, it will come out of debilitation also, and it will move forward. So that will be the best time if you want to take any decision. After 25th April, you take the decision, and before 25th April, keep in check of how you are communicating, and even your communicating devices, communication devices like mobile and laptop, just take care of them. Any kind of dysfunction can be really critical. And talking about Venus, Venus will be exalted in the Pisces sign, and being in the Pisces sign exalted, this Venus is really good. And in the fourth house, it will be conjunct with Rahu also, and even in between, Mars will also be there along with that for some time, and even Sun will be there. So there's a lot of conjunction happening. In Mercury will be there. So Venus here will be exalted in the fourth house. So most probably there will be an obsession of lot of comforts, because Rahu is there with Venus. So a lot of obsession towards comfort can be there, comfort and luxury can be there, because of which you can spend your money for your own home comfort and all these things, even for your mother, home life, all this thing can be there. But it is advised, this kind of obsession can lead to becoming a spendthrift. So if you have enough money in your account, then definitely you can invest it anywhere for your comfort, but keep in check of all the expenditures, it doesn't go haywire, so that the next month you have your savings for other important expenditures. Okay, so anything for your comfort is good if you have extra in your account, and unnecessary expenditures have to be somewhere curbed down, else it can damage your own savings. They talk about Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is in the fourth house, Ketu is in the 10th house. Whenever Ketu transits in any of the houses, that brings like a very strange, very sudden transformation. So like it's in the fourth and the 10th house, and the transformation in your fourth and the 10th house is coming in the career front, and even in your the transiting Rahu and Ketu in your home front. So many of you might have already changed your career or your home, your place, or some changes could be there. You might have shifted to different place, or a different home, different house, or even you have changed your career, anything like that, or you have changed the job, or you have already done something with any of this, or many of you could take a decision in future because it's still transiting till 2025. So this was all for Sagittarius Lagna Rashi. Coming to Capricorn Lagna Rashi, for you, Saturn being the lord of your first and the second house is transiting in the second house. It's talking about your money stability, family stability, food, and all these things. So most probably Saturn will make you focus in these areas: your communication, your family, your food, your money, all these areas you are right now focusing. And along with that, it is asking you to work towards your home environment, your comforts, and even the joint savings and the savings which you invest as FDs, mutual funds, and all those things. Even you can feel like using your research and analysis in investment of any kind in your life. That also you can use. Even you can start focusing on occult science like subjects. Even it can make you bother about a lot of gains and opportunities in your life, how gains are coming, how much gains are coming, what all opportunities you have in your career. This can even bother you for all these areas too, and you need to work towards these areas. Along with that, you need to put in a lot of hard work and be a little bit practical, because Mars will also be there till 23rd April in the Aquarius sign conjunct with the Saturn. So it can make you impulsive, and out of impulsion or aggression you can take a rash decision. Even when Mars is there in the second house, it makes person really blunt and straightforward, so because of which he or she can spoil their own relationship. And good thing is, because Saturn here is in the Mool Trikona sign, so this yoga of Yukta yoga is which is forming in the second house. So Saturn is more prominent, more strong. So here Saturn will somewhere control the negative energy of Mars, and this is the plus point of this conjunction yoga happening in the second house for you. So the only thing I would say, control your tongue, the way you are speaking. And another thing you need to do is that you control your eating habits. At this time you may feel like eating a lot of junk food and fried food or very spicy kind of food, so that can happen. And when this Mars will transit into the Pisces sign in your third house, that's a good time, because whenever Mars is there in the third house, it helps you strengthen your willpower, and it gives you that much courage to initiate something. So at this time you can definitely initiate something, and lot of gains can come because of your own communication skills, your own strength, your own willpower. Lot of gains can come in your life. Along with that, there can be a change of place, change of home, or travel in your life. Okay, or even some kind of separation from your mother, or any kind, maybe from maybe you begin a fight with her, or you get separated from mind, or even you literally get separated because of your career or some other travel reasons could be there in your life. Then talking about Mercury, Mercury will be there in the Aries sign on 2nd April. It will get retrograde, and then on 9th April it will enter the Pisces sign, and on 25th April it will get forward. So Mercury being the lord of your 6th house and your 9th house will first be there in the 4th house. So most probably, as I said, there could be communication or fight, verbal fight with your mother, or in the home environment that can disturb that. And on 9th April it will enter the Pisces sign, where it will get debilitated and even retrograde. So this is a very tricky position. As I said, you can even have a fight with your siblings, and not just siblings, but with your own communication you can disturb your luck. And it is advised, while Mars is also there in the Pisces sign, and Mercury is also there, and even Rahu is also there. Make sure whatever you are initiating in your life, whatever you are going to start at that time, do not impulsively speak something, or write something, or even check for the documents how you are signing, or whatever you are doing, writing a letter or anything. And along with that, you need to keep a check of your communication media like mobile and laptops. Even they can get dysfunction at this time. So this is advice not to take any rash decision and communication especially. in your communication. So till 25th April, you need to care about all these things. After that, Mercury will move forward and it will also come out of debilitation. Then the good time will start. Then talking about sun will be firstly in the Pisces sign till 12th April in the third house. It's a very beautiful time, and all the cool planets are getting into third house. Definitely, you are going to initiate something at this time. Anything. It can be anything, as I said. Anything. Most of the things are going to be initiated. Even your willpower and courage will also be very strong. Even your communication skills will be very blunt and full of pride and like an authority will be there. So your intelligence, wisdom will be there, but you will speak like an authority at this time, and you can initiate something also. And when sun will enter into the Aries sign on 13th April, it will get conjunct with Jupiter, which is already there in the Aries sign in the fourth house. It's a very beautiful conjunction. It will increase your wisdom and intelligence. Most of the people at this time can even get a government job, or if not government job, in the private sector also, they can get a status in their home also and in their career also. Okay, that can happen. It's a very beautiful transit. That's the reason what I said. And a lot of transformation even can come along with it. And that transformation, that sudden changes can be really good for you in the long term. Then talking about Venus will be there in the third house in the exalted sign of Pisces. There it will be conjunct with Rahu. Even in between, it will get conjunct with Sun, Mercury, and even so a lot of conjunctions are there. It's a huge conjunction happening in the third house. It's a explosion of energy. So I said just keep in check of how you are communicating. Rest, you will be very courageous at this time. Your willpower will be very strong, so you will be able to initiate something in your life at this time. And the whole luck will favor you. Okay, because the opposite sign is that of ninth house. And Rahu and Ketu, Rahu transiting in the third house and Ketu in the ninth house. As I said, it's a very beautiful transit. And Rahu will also aggravate, increase your energy, willpower, and strength. Just not use that in aggression and fighting with people, or any kind of verbal communication. That communication can become like, like an explosion of anger and even abusive words. So that's the reason I said. And Ketu in the ninth house will help you connect with dharma in a very spiritual manner. Maybe instead of visiting to any temple, you start doing any kind of a mantra sadhana, any kind of a jap, like those things can happen even. And this was all for Capricorn Lagna Rashi people. For you, April looks really good in terms of your courage and willpower. Just keep in check of your communication. Talking about Aquarius Lagna Rashi, for you, your Saturn is transiting in the first house. So this is a very beautiful transit because you are currently focusing all on yourself. Self focus is very important because over here, then Mars will also be conjunct. Mars being the lord of your 10th house, somewhere your whole focus is on yourself, especially on your career front. And even you want to start something new in your career, so your whole focus, Saturn and Mars together, are on yourself, on increasing your intelligence, your strength, uh, your skills in your career, all these things, your communication skills with whatever skills related to your profession, you are currently focusing on that and on yourself. Okay, that's a very good thing. And when this Mars will enter to the Pisces sign in the second house, oh, at that time it will be conjunct with lot many planets. So especially when Mars is in the second house, make sure you do not speak bluntly with your family members. That will be the major impact that I can see from 23rd April in the case of Aquarius Lagna Rashi. And Saturn being in the first house, when it will be conjunct with Mars, it will be forming a Yukta Yoga, which is a very strong yoga. But because over here Saturn is more strong as compared to Mars, so, amount of aggression you will show towards whatever your career, your skills, and that much strength, it will still be controlled by Saturn, but still aggression will always be there. That will be on your head. Even many people can start doing any kind of exercise. Okay, fitness exercise, that can also be initiated at this time. um, then if I talk about Saturn being in the first house, it will be focusing on your third house, seventh house, and 10th house. That's the reason why I said the major focus over here will be towards your career, your communication skill, strength, courage, and even marriage, business, all these things. So it's a very beautiful transit. Then talking about Mercury, Mercury will be there in the Aries sign in the third house. 2nd April it will get retrograde, then it will enter Pisces sign in the second house, where it will get debilitated on 9th April, and it will even be retrograde, and then on 25th April it will move forward. So Mercury being the lord of your fifth house and your eighth house, when it will enter your third house, so lot of changes and transformation come in the life of your siblings, and even the way you communicate with others, and even in your willpower and strength. So if you were little bit lazy in your approach, or you were uh, forward in your approach, now the sudden transformation can come in your personality, where you are full of strength and courage to manage and even initiate something in your life. Not just manage and initiate, but to even um, be able to face other people. That is the major change I can see in your life. And even for anyone who want to start a relationship, even love relationship or marriage, that also is possible at this time. Even a child progeny can also be foreseen in April for you all. The only time you need to keep in check is when Mercury will be debilitated and plus retrograde from 9th April to 25th April. I said you need to keep in check of your communication with your, especially with your family members, that can damage the relationship because of your own words, foul words, and straightforward attitude, that can damage this. Else everything looks beautiful, especially in case of changes that you want to see in your own self, for your betterment, for your marriage, for your business, for your career, for your courage, communication skills, all these things. Then sun will be there in the Pisces sign till 12th April in your second house. It will be conjunct with lot many planets. That's the reason I told you what you need to keep in check. And after that, the sun will enter into the Aries sign in 13th April. It will be conjunct with Jupiter in the third house. It's a very beautiful transit, and I would say your luck will favor you, your father will favor you, your bosses will favor you. Whatever kind of wishes, desires you had towards your money front, money stability, desire to get the position in your career which can provide you enough source of income, that all desires can come true at this time if Sun and Jupiter Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha is going on. Because Jupiter here is even aspecting your 7th house, 9th house, and 11th house. Okay, that's a very beautiful transit. And Venus will be exalted in the Pisces sign in your second house, so will be conjunct with Rahu. So it is making lot many conjunctions with different planets. But the good thing is, whenever Venus is exalted with Rahu, it will give you obsession with money and females. So most probably for all those people who want to get married, they can get married, and even who wanted to see an increase in their income, money stability, source of income from different directions, that can also be there. And possibly the only thing I would say, any kind of obsession, if you're obsessed with anything like smoking, drinking, or any kind of thing, any kind of obsession, even with women, that needs to be controlled because it's happening in your second house. Okay, um, that can even damage uh, your I would say your image, because second house, when affected by Rahu, it affects your because it somewhere gives you fame. So bad fame can come in your family, bad name can come in your family, that can happen. So we definitely check that. Talking about Rahu and Ketu, Rahu is in the second house, Ketu is there in the eighth house. Eighth house Ketu indulge you into occult subjects. Most of the people who have Ketu in the eighth house, they are very, very obsessed about occult subjects like astrology, numerology, and all those things. And even they can be in the research field also. Whatever research analysis subjects, they can be in any of them. And even because this is transiting, so for the time being, it can even get you indulge in all these subjects. And even Rahu in the second house, it's good for money, it's good for family stability, but it can make you little bit aggressive and abusive, I should say. If your anger increases, that can get into using any kind of foul words towards other people. Okay, so this was all for Aquarius Lagna Rashi. Now coming to Pisces Lagna Rashi. For you, your Jupiter is transiting in the second house. It's the most beautiful transit. Jupiter, whenever they're in the second house, it will try to increase your family, and even your wealth. Okay, so it will try to increase because it will be aspecting the sixth house, eighth house, and 10th house. So money probably will definitely increase from the sixth house sources. Maybe you do a job, you get a job, and out of your career, your job, you get a position where your source of income is fixed and you get a money stability. Eighth house, inheritance or others money can be there, even FD, mutual funds, whatever, that can also be one of the source. Even through your spouse's money, you can have a joint source of income, that also can be there in your life. And increase in family can also be there, because whenever second house, then you eat also a lot of things, so it can trouble your health. It is already aspecting your sixth house, so not in the coming time, but in the later years, you will find, because of Jupiter in the second house, whatever you ate, that got you either any stomach related ailments, liver related, pancreas, or even diabetes. All these things happen. Now here Jupiter, with Jupiter, Sun will also be conjunct from 13th April, so it's making a very beautiful conjunction, because even the sixth house lord is coming to second house. So that can get you a new job, and with that your salary can increase. But any kind of ego towards your family members can be little bit problematic, but still there won't be any kind of issue, because Jupiter and Sun make a very beautiful conjunction, and it gives the jataka, the jiva, fame and status in life. Okay, now if I talk about this sun will be in the Pisces sun till 12th April, so it will be conjunct with lot many uh, problematic planets like Rahu, Mars, and even Mercury and Venus. So this is quite a tricky position, and it can actually disturb your mental health, because your own personality will be full of anger, pride, and where you are using all the kinds of aggressive words, foul words. We are fighting with people, your anger is increasing because of you, that you can have anxiety, tension, headache, all these things. So because it's your personality, so currently you are even obsessed with yourself, and rather than on the other people, because Ketu is in the seventh house. So Rahu being in the first house is actually making you self obsessed about yourself. You are completely focused on yourself, your own personality, your own health, your own source of income, everything, not focused on other people at all, even on your marriage and business partners. Similarly, Venus is exalted in the Pisces sign, so it's a very good combination of Rahu and Venus. You are getting obsessed about yourself at this time, even obsessed about money, and if I shouldn't say women, but definitely you are obsessed about your comforts, especially about for yourself. You'll be obsessed about yourself, your comforts, your luxury, your money, all these things. So most probably the only thing I would say, you need to keep in check of your anger. You need to control that. For all the Pisces Lagna Rashi people in April, you need to control your anger and the communication, the kind of words you are using and communicating with the way you are communicating with others. That need to be checked, because Saturn will be there in your 12th house. So most probably you are separated, and you are in the foreign land. That could be possible. Any of the thing. Either you are separated from your family, you are separated from your for gains and opportunities. You are separated. Either you are in the foreign land or you are alone somewhere. But you are definitely having this kind of situation, okay, for gains and opportunities. And even you have become more of charitable, you are volunteering into charitable things, and you are only self focused right now, and you feel detached, you are focusing on yourself. This is the whole situation. Why? Because the Saturn is aspecting the second house for the money, for the family stability, for the food. Sixth house for your daily routine, the work life, for your health also, for any kind of loan or rent you have taken that. And even the ninth house for your father, for your dharma, for your higher education, and even whatever changes you want in your life, for your luck rise, all these things. And even Mars will be conjunct over here, which is lord of your ninth house. So somewhere you are definitely going towards the foreign land. That movement, that change is there, or if not foreign land, then foreign place from your birthplace, somewhere far from that. And even people who are connected with spirituality, they can connect the dharma with spirituality, and they can do some selfless service towards their dharma, for the rise in luck. Okay, some kind of puja they can perform, spiritual puja or something like that, some charitable event. Maybe they perform a puja, and they serve free food or something like that. This can happen at this particular time period in April month, for all the Pisces Lagna Rashi people. And similarly, when this Mars will enter your first house in the Pisces sign, it will be conjunct with lot many planets, especially like Rahu. So your aggression will increase. So from 23rd April, I suggest for all the Pisces Lagna people, please control your anger. This is the major thing, the major theme of the April and May, that you need to control your anger, your pride, and all these things. And Saturn, I have already talked about. Mercury, I have already said that Mercury will be in the Aries sign on 2nd April. It will get retrograde in the second house, which is actually good because it will be conjunct with Jupiter. But on 9th April, it will enter the first house where it will get debilitated in the Pisces and it will be retrograde. So your own communication can damage your personality. Okay. And till 25th April, this is really a problematic time for you. So the way you are communicating, especially because your anger will be peak high, so even anger and pride, so control your communication skills, communication, the way you are speaking, writing, anything you are doing, and even you're conveying your message. And even keep in check of the gadgets which you use for communication, mobile, laptops, all these things. Any dysfunction can happen because Rahu is also conjunct with there. So this was all for Pisces Lagna Rashi. If you really liked my analysis of these four Lagna Rashi for April month 2024, then please do subscribe to my channel Deep Astro Universe. As I've seen many of you do watch my videos but do not subscribe the channel. I request you to please do subscribe, because ultimately I'm putting a lot of efforts to research for you all and make you understand how your monthly analysis can be. And if you really liked my analysis, then even you can take the paid consultation by contacting me on my WhatsApp number, and the forms available for you all. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad. Om Namah Shivaya.